Hi. I was recently asked the following question. What do I think are the most important aspects of being retired? And that really got me to thinking. And my conclusion, 4 things. Body, mind, emotions, and spirit. Or, how I put it here, the answer, a balanced life, body, mind, and spirit. Stephen R Covey mentions 4 different aspects. The physical, which he calls PQ, physical quotient, IQ, intelligence quotient, EQ, very popular today, emotional quotient, and the last one, spiritual quotient. All are important. You have to have the 4. If any one of them are missing, you will not be enjoying a happy retirement. When we get to the end of our working life, we have already formed various attitudes as to what life is all about for us. And sometimes that can put us on a particular trajectory which isn't very good for us when we retire. We might have always identified ourselves in a certain manner, generally to do with our work, our working environment, our trade, or whatever it is. Now this has to be laid aside. Now this is where the emotional quotient comes in. Are we upset that we are no longer so-called important, no longer recognised, as our importance is now diminished? Once we get outside of a particular working environment, nobody really cares about us anymore. They don't want our input. We're gone. We're yesterday's news. So, intelligence quotient. What am I going to do now, we say to ourselves. And this is why, if you've been a lifelong learner, and if you've been into different pursuits, you'll have found what you like to do earlier on in life. And this is what you will bring back into your life in retirement. But in order to do so, sometimes you might have let your body wind down. You've been a sedentary worker for years. You're already worrying about high blood pressure, blood clots and so forth. Now's the time, even before you retire, to work out a physical regimen of exercises which is going to keep you fit into old age, very old age. I'm in my 89th year. That means I'm 88. 88 years and 4 months to be exact. And the other thing is, of course, IQ, intelligence quotient. Now, if you don't exercise your body, you lose physical fitness. If you don't exercise your mind by doing something that's important, that motivates you to keep doing things and using your mind, that's going to fade away too, and often does. This is where senility settles in. This is where people who spend their time simply being passive, watching TV, listening to the radio, pottering in the garden and walking the dog, and doing nothing else. And they wonder why they wind down. They just watch the TV. They're not studying anything. They're not meeting friends that stimulate them and get them to do and learn new things, and so they gradually fade away. Are you in that category? If you are, start learning things, start being motivated, start doing things, An SP? That's a bookmaker, an SP. SQ, spiritual quotient. What do you think about the spiritual side of your life? Do you believe you are a spiritual being having an earthly experience? Or are you convinced that you're just this body which is falling apart with age, and that when it goes, you go too into nothingness, blackness? What a thought. But if you have spiritual beliefs, even if they're not fully convincing, they just hold out hope. That's better than being a nihilist and thinking, well, when I go, I go. Live it up now. What do you think? So to get back, a balanced life, physical exercise is needed to keep you fit as long as you can be fit. And that can stretch way up to 100 years of age. There are people who've walked at 100 years of age, walked around, been on TV, I've seen them. So, physical. IQ, intelligence quotient, keep on learning things, be motivated, do something you love to do, study it, teach others about it. EQ, emotional intelligence, accept the gradual decline in physical and mental health as you get older. You can hold it back in abeyance. You can push it back. You can push it back decades. But you have to make the effort. And of course, spiritual quotient. This is very important. If you can ask yourself the question, what am I? Seriously. Not who am I, what am I? That'll get you thinking. That'll get you motivated, I hope. If it doesn't, well, you won't have the full balance. Body, mind, emotion, and spirit all are important to a long and happy retirement. Keep working on all four aspects. And that way, if you do, I'm pretty well convinced that you will add a lot of years, happy years, enjoyable years, fulfilling years to your life in retirement.